Today the world is one of exciting challenges. The middle class in Asia are rising. Countries like Indonesia or even continents like Africa are developing very fast. But at the same time, the world is full of challenges. We have the issue of sustainability that everybody is thinking about. And the financial crisis of 2008 is questioning everybody about what works and what does not work. This is the time that we have to rethink our old concepts that we teach in the business school. One of individual decision making and maximizing one's own utility, as well as that corporations are there solely for profit making, and that markets will take care of all the inefficiencies. This does not happen. Together, the culture of business and the business of culture provide a different mindset and a different theories on how we should deal with the future. The business of culture implies that we need to understand how different cultures behave, operate, and that's important in producing products and services for these markets, especially as Asia is growing and consume more. On the other hand, we need to understand the culture of business in these environments. While multinational companies from the US are much more professionally managed, profit-maximizing entities, there are other companies in Asia which are much more holistic thinking, more community-oriented, and will never be the same as the Western companies. So it's important to understand the culture of business, because if our students are going to work in these companies, they need to understand how to behave and succeed in these companies.
Cultural intelligence is actually the capability of a person, a team, or an organization to function effectively in situations that are highly diverse in cultures. The Nanyang Business School hosts the first research center in the world on cultural intelligence. When we talk about cultural intelligence, is that we're really trying to build that capability to have X-ray eyes into the informal sets of rules that govern different types of people as they come together in an organization or in a group. Research has shown that at least 70% of all international ventures fail because of cultural differences. So working with different companies and clients, they would like to know whether if someone is technically competent to be an international expatriate, whether they have the CQ to be able to work effectively in those cultures. And so we've found that if you're high in your cultural intelligence, you tend to adapt better in intercultural situations. You perform well as being assessed by your superiors. You are more creative, and this was a piece of work that we've done with the Israelis. You emerge as a leader. So in a leaderless team, let's say a group of us get together, the person that emerges tends to be the one that has a higher cultural intelligence. And you're better at negotiation in terms of creating a good negotiation outcomes with people from different cultures.
In addition to cultural intelligence research, we also do basic science research to understand the cultural dimension of business practices. Cultural science is the scientific study of shared meanings. So in Cultural Science Institute, we do scientific research to understand how shared meaning emerge, develop, and evolved in human communities. Every organization is a human community. Cultural science research have already told us important similarities and differences between people from different parts of the world in the way they make decisions, including financial decisions, consumer decisions, how people in different parts of the world manage their organization and work in the organization and relate to their stakeholders.
Culture is a very complex phenomenon, and in order to understand it, we need to understand and record both implicit and explicit preferences. So to do that, we use a multi-level approach. We start from basic biology like genetics, then we move to neuroscience, and we use EEG, fMRI, eye tracking. We also use the response of the body, like with physiology. At the end, we try to use also macro level approaches. We try to see organizational and societal aspects of culture.
As you go into another country, you must try to adjust, including simple, seemingly simple products like food. Clear examples would be how Kentucky Fried Chicken succeeded in China and how they modified their menu to include youtiao and porridge and so on to fit the Chinese palates. Especially in Asia, we know that people are very particular about numbers, colors, mastery of the local culture, the way of doing things can go a long way. You want to avoid pitfalls, and you also want to capitalize on opportunities. Today we even have the Institute on Asia Consumer Insight, ACI, right here. So companies can easily leverage on our domain expertise in terms of research, in consulting, and your education.
The leaders of the future have to understand the cultures of the companies that they work in, as well as the cultures of the countries they work in to be successful. We in Nanyang Business School aim to produce such leaders of the future.